Okay, everybody, let's begin.
Dragon Balls.
I'm going over the answers. So let's put those phones away. We'll put our devices away. We know those aren't supposed to be out. We don't need them. And let's look up at the screen so that way you guys can double check your answers. All right. So it might be worthwhile for you guys, if you have a different color pen or if you have a pen and a pencil, just to use it to help you mark. Anyway, this first Do Now Mahi choice was about light bulbs and looking at circuits and how switches work. So in this first example, we have a series circuit because there's only one pathway, and I see that the switch is open. So is my light bulb going to turn on? No. All right, in this second one here, I see that I have two pathways. So I have a parallel circuit. This circuit here, the switch is open, but is my light bulb going to turn on? Yes. How do I know that?
Because it's not.
Because it's not connected. So this circuit here, this switch here is not directly connected to my light bulb. So it's not affected by the fact that that's turned off. It can still go down this pathway, which is what we need. So yes, that light bulb's going to turn on. All right, this one here, a little bit tricky because now we have a parallel circuit with each of those having light bulbs. We have my switch over here, and we have four choices. So, what do you think? Which one is it? Only the bottom one will turn on?
No.
None of them will turn on. And that's because that switch is before both of those light bulbs. It's a shared pathway that the electricity needs to go down. So, no, both of them will not. And I wrote note instead of not. We caught that typo.
It's kind of funny.
I know, guys, it's a game. Catch Miss Garlick's typos. All right. Last one here, we have a parallel circuit, but I've moved the switch to the bottom here. And again, which one is going to turn on?
Oh, the top one.
Only the top one. The bottom one doesn't have that switch. So, if we're thinking about our houses, if I had a light bulb that blew and there was a parallel circuit, would the other light bulb still work? Yes, because there's an alternative pathway.
You said no.
If I had a series circuit and both my light bulbs were in that one circuit and one of the light bulbs blew, would the whole circuit stop working?
Yes, or cut on fire.
Yes, because there's only one pathway. So if we're thinking about, and if you guys remember on our success criteria, number 7 was identify everyday examples of series and parallel circuits. If we think about the house and how the house is wired, do you think the house should be wired in series or in parallel? Parallel. It's okay, 50-50 chance getting it right. Kariki, why do you think in parallel?
I just guessed it.
You just guessed it. Does anyone want to help explain why maybe parallel? So why would we wire our houses in parallel?
Oh, because it just connects.
Yes, bingo. So if one component in my house doesn't work, the whole house isn't blown. Yeah? So much more useful if we wire things in parallel. You might have also noticed that with Christmas lights, cheap Christmas lights. If one light bulb blew, did the whole thing stop working? And some of them, yeah. So if they were cheap Christmas lights and they were wired in series, if one light bulb broke, the whole thing broke. But if you had a parallel lights for Christmas lights, if one blew, the rest of them would still work. So why do you think maybe they would want to make something in series?
Because they're just cheap.
Bingo, they are cheap. No, it is exactly right.
I'm just gonna.
No, it's because they're cheap, because parallel circuits require more wires. Whereas series, you just have that one wire. Very good work today.
Was it from Kmart or Walmart?
Was it from Kmart or Walmart? It was from the warehouse. All right. This bottom bit here, we were looking at our switches and whether or not the light bulbs would turn on. So if switch A is open but switch B is closed, would my light bulb turn on?
Yes.
Yes, because we still have a pathway here. So it'd be on. Whoops, we're going to write off.
Yeah.
All right. If A was closed but B was open, would it be on or off? On. And if both were closed? On. All right, so finish the sentence. Using switch A or B in your answer. To get the light bulb to turn on, you can
Turn it on with a switch.
turn on with a switch. You can turn it on with either switch.
Wait, does that count this?
Huh?
Does that count?
Good from the damn wall.
No.
Is what you mean? Yeah, why else is kind of good.
Have you guys,
I'm trying to take that.
do you have any rooms in your house which the lights are controlled by two switches?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of. So some rooms are like that. So you have two options, and that's how that works. Cool, huh? All right, let's go over the next sheet. Before you finish, make sure to reflect on your effort. You can color in the stars if you think it's really good effort or you think not so great effort. Same thing with your understanding. You can circle the smiley face or color in the smiley face.
I'll take mine one for it.
Oh, good.
I did mine once.
All right, here's the other worksheet. Some of you guys might have chosen to work on this one. Some of you guys may not have gotten it, but it's good to do our revision. You did both? That's great. Even better. Extra points for you today. Okay. Extra candy. Okay. Shh. Listening up. Looking up. Right. This one here, we are looking at voltage and we have some parallel circuits. So when we did that exploration yesterday, we noticed that the voltage is always the same as the battery when it comes to each of those light bulbs. And that's because it has a direct supply to the energy. So if my battery's 5, what should that light bulb be?
5.
5. And what about this one?
5.
5 as well. Nice and easy.
Oh,
We're small.
All right. If one of the light bulbs failed, would the other bulb still glow?
yes. Oh.
Yes, because remember we talked about this. If one light bulb globes in a parallel circuit, the others still work.
You said no.
All right. Would the light bulb failing change the voltage supply?
No.
No, because it's still going to stay at 5.
Wait, this one. Yes.
If I had a series circuit, the whole circuit would just stop working. All right, this one here, we have a power supply of 9, and they want to know what would the voltmeter be for that light bulb? 9, because it's just the same.
69.
All right, will all the light bulbs have the same brightness?
Yes.
Yes, because it's a parallel circuit. That's another benefit for parallel circuits is that the light bulbs are all the same brightness. All right, and then last one here, 12-volt battery. All 3 light bulbs are connected to 12 volts.
12.
All identical. What would be the voltage for that light bulb?
12.
12.
Yes. Yes.
Would the voltmeter change if the top bulb was removed?
Yes.
No.
No, because all the light bulbs are still directly to the same power supply. All right, so that's the answers to our do now. All right? Yeah. All right, so with that, reflect on your effort, reflect on your understanding.
My understanding is nothing.
Everything.
I missed.
Just want to record it because I think it's useful. All right, let's start. All right, so this is to help us revise measuring current and voltage.
Quiz.
All right.
Provided, what would be
So we have an image of a circuit, and at A2, I want to know what the current would be. Remember, this is a series circuit. Good, it's 4.
Thank you.
Wait, this
All
right, using the information provided, what would the reading be at the voltmeter? So this voltmeter right here, It is 4. So remember, there's no other things that you're dividing that voltage by. So just direct, because it's just one light bulb.
Yes, it's
Wait.
All right. Using the information provided, what would amp reader number 2 read? So again, this is series circuit. Good. Only one pathway, so it's just the same number.
I'm still first.
Right. Using the information provided, what would the voltage be at V1? So V1's here. We have a series circuit. So be mindful, it is series now. Or still series, but we're reading voltage. It's 2 light bulbs. So what happens? What happens? Is it still 6? It's gonna be. Ooh, yeah, it's 3. So remember, voltage in a series circuit is gonna be divided by 2 because it's 2 light bulbs. Oof. All right. What would the current be for A2? So right now we have a parallel circuit. So we got to revise parallel circuits. What happens with current? This is A4. And I'm asking, what would this be? Would it also be A4 or would the number change? Not many. A2. So, parallel circuit. This current here is splitting. So 2 goes down this way, 2 goes down this way, and then it's going to rejoin to 4. Do you want me to go over that again? 4, 2 pathways. So 2 goes there, 2 goes here, and then they rejoin here, and then we're going to get 4.
We're still the same.
All right, what would the current be in the 3rd amp? So I just talked about this. A3, what would it be? What would the current be there? So 6, 8, 2, or 4? Tika knows what she's doing.
2A.
Yeah, it's 2A.
I just talked about it, guys.
2A.
It is 4. So like I said, it splits 2A, 2A, and then it joins back together, 4A.
Hey. Excellent. Sorry.
Yay.
All right, using the information, what would the voltage be at the voltmeter?
Okay,
So this is a parallel circuit.
Oh, sir.
We just did this in Arduinos.
Oh, no.
4, 2, 8, or 6.
Oh.
We did this in Arduino.
And someone comes first and get 3 candies. Someone comes second, they get 2. Someone comes third, you get 1.
Oh, you guys. You overthought it. Parallel circuit, so the voltage has a direct supply to the energy. So both of these would read 4. The reason why I'm doing these mix and match the questions because you got to remember which one's which rules you're applying. No one hurt by that because everyone got the wrong answer. All right. What would be the voltage at V1? So here's our circuit again. We have V1. We've talked about this. Parallel circuit.
Yeah, 2. Yeah. It's 2. So remember, parallel circuits, voltage is always the same.
So it's just whatever the battery is. That one's 4, that one's 4, that one's 4, that one's 4.
Can you take us to
All right. What would the voltage be at V2? V2.
No. Me too.
It's a parallel circuit. Parallel circuit.
What the fuck?
It's working.
I put 2.
Why'd you put 2?
I put over half.
No, it's a parallel circuit, not a series circuit. So each of those light bulbs have a direct supply to the energy. It's gonna be 4.
Okay.
It's the same one.
Right.
No.
Oh, yeah.
All right, last question. What would the voltage be at V1? It's a parallel circuit.
5.
It's a parallel circuit. The battery reads 10.
Yeah. It's 5. It's 6. 5.
Check it. It is 10.
I'm still on the
All
podium.
right, here's our podium.
Goodbye, Candy.
Third place. Ashley gets second.
Wait, wait.
And I'm guessing it's Alia. Alia.
Candy.
Top 3, that's the game.
Candy. Yeah.
It's up to you.
Let's see who's. I'll see who's. Let me see who's. What are the other places? What is share podium? Where's the other one? Back to podium. Let's see if I can see the other ones. No. I'm just trying to see who's 4th and 5th. All right, Kay and Ella. So who's Kay and who's Ella?